I love tech. And today, I'm going to be talking about the tech that I carry every day, and giving each product a little review. This is my everyday carry. Starting off the list, I gotta start with my most used item, and that's gotta be my MacBook. It's actually the very first MacBook I ever owned, and it's an M1 MacBook Pro. I bought it back in 2021 when I wasn't really sure how much performance I really needed. So I got the complete base model M1 MacBook Pro with a 8-core CPU and 14-core GPU. Unfortunately, I also went base model on the storage, and that is currently my biggest problem. 512 gigabytes is not a lot. And if you're someone like me who works with a lot of big video files, that gets filled up in a second. So I also, of course, use SSDs to store all my files. For it being 3 years old, I'm truly impressed by the performance. For about 99% of my workload, it can handle it just fine. And I'm definitely going to be sticking with this Mac for another 1, 2, even 3 years. Now, I'm a pretty avid Apple boy, which means that, of course, my headphones of choice are the AirPods Pro Gen 2 with USB-C and this awesome engraving. These are truly one of, if not the best headphones I have ever used in my life. I have tried so many high-end headphones and even the AirPods Max, but no headphones have I ever loved and gone back to as much as the AirPods Pro. With the adaptive mode, I just feel so open. I feel like I'm still there. I can hear anything that happens, but I'm still closed off in my own world, and the sound quality is just amazing. There's not a lot of things I can say this to, but there's pretty much no improvement I can say about these headphones. These are undoubtedly my absolute favorite Apple products out there, just because I also love listening to music that much. Now, this is going to be a little combination of a couple of items because they're all kind of linked together. Whenever my MacBook is connected to my Samsung monitor, which is a S65UA ultra-wide monitor, horrible name, do not like it, I use a Apple Magic keyboard with fingerprint and my favorite mouse I have ever owned, the Logitech MX Master 3S for Mac. Let me start off with the monitor. Of course, I would love to have an Apple Studio display. Now, the Studio display has 60 Hertz, and I see that and I truly feel it, and it just doesn't feel smooth, which is pretty much the main reason why I do not have one. But back to the Samsung, it's a really nice monitor. I love the 34-inch ultra-wide aspect ratio because it allows me to be able to put my timelines or have 3 different types of third displays, which is also one of my favorite way to work. All in all, it's genuinely a very good monitor. Now, the Apple Magic keyboard is absolutely amazing because it feels just like my MacBook keyboard, which I also really like. It feels light and easy to type. The Touch ID is, of course, super convenient. Now, my mouse of choice is, as I said, the Logitech MX Master 3S. The actual mouse is so ergonomic, which just fits so nice in your hand when you're using it for a longer period of time, which I do. Now, this might be a little bit overkill, but at the same time, whenever it's not there, I only then realize how much I actually use it, and that's the Apple Magic Trackpad. If I want an external trackpad, that is, as far as I know, the only option I could have gotten. But I love the fact that it's just the same size as the keyboard. Next to it, it just looks absolutely amazing. The main 2 things I use this trackpad is 1, to swipe between desktops, and 2, to zoom in and out in timelines, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, all these design apps. And only when I don't have it do I realize how much I actually use that. So it might be a little bit pricey, but I think it's absolutely worth it. Now, unfortunately, my Apple Magic Keyboard and Trackpad are my 2 last devices that are still on Lightning. I charge them maybe once a month, so it's not a huge problem. But of course, one day or another, I might buy it, and I'll finally be able to switch 100% to USB-C, which is the dream. Now, if you've seen a couple other of my videos, you will know that my go-to camera is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I absolutely love this camera. It is small, it's compact, it's got really nice quality, and that is of course paired with a DJI mic, which I'm actually using now to record. Hello. Every day I carry around a lot of items, right? My backpack of choice, and I've had a couple of backpacks, and then I landed on probably my favorite backpack that I have owned to this day. The Peak Design Everyday Backpack V2. This backpack is truly amazing. The magnetic straps that hold on, in general the magnets everywhere, the compartments inside that you can modularly switch around, and just the overall build quality of it is just amazing. One of my favorite things about this backpack though is the fact that even if my backpack is truly heavy, it makes everything somehow still feel light. The only thing I don't love as much is the top compartment for cables, because if you fill that up too much, it'll actually stop you from putting things inside as nicely. Now, it's a little hard to explain, but I feel like they could have done the cable management system just a little bit better. Maybe with the V3, we will see. Of course, I have way more tech and way more gadgets that I use on a frequent basis, but these are around the most used and most important items that I have and that I need to just work and get things done. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.